Welcome to Centauri Stir Fry. How the heck are you? Hope you guys being excellent to each other out there. Hope you guys had a great and happy Halloween. I did, it was fun. We just handed out candy, which I regrettably did. I mean, they had to really pry it from my cold dead hands, those kids. You know, they really had to work that Twizzler out of my hands. I didn't want to let it go over my dead body. But it was fun, it was cool, and while we were doing that, we were watching some movies, Halloween movies. And I've noticed that things have changed. My wife didn't really, she didn't think it was too kosher for us to be watching Last House on the Left, you know, with my 1-year-old. You know, think maybe like slash a weird movie like that. It's just like uncalled for and out of line, which is strange because I grew up in a different time. My mom took me to all kinds of dollar matinees, like dollar theater stuff. Like we saw everything. I mean, I saw Baby Boom, saw the Three Amigos, stuff like that, you know. And we saw Day of the Dead. There was a scene, an elevator shaft scene. I think it was just like a weird like nightmare, and all these hands go through and start grabbing at the girl. What I remembered most of all is being on the floor for 99% of it. And all I really remember is like crusty popcorn that would stick to my fingers, an old whatchamacallit sticky wrapper, maybe like a half-eaten hot dog, some stepped-on nachos, and what I later found out were used condoms. So there you go. That's a nightmare. All right, let's get to it. Marvel! Thor, number 2. Assad Ribic, Jason Aaron. Here we go. King Thor continues. Oh man, this was great. The first issue was awesome. I totally recommend this, especially if you're into God of Thunder. If you like Jason Aaron's work, man, he does a lot of cool stuff. Sometimes it's a little iffy, but I think this series is going to be awesome. I love the first issue. I think it's great. And God of Thunder is definitely one of my favorite all-time Thor stories. So I definitely think if you're on the fence, or maybe you're just like, you like Thor, but it's been a while since you bought a new comic book, give it a shot. Even though I think if you jumped on now, or even the first issue, I think you'd be lost. But maybe check out a trade of the God of Thunder from Jason Aaron. I think it's awesome. Conan, number 10. Oh, Crimson Witch. Oh, you Crimson Witch, you. Jason Aaron, Assad Ribic on covers. The interior is by Mohammed Assar, which is actually pretty good. His backgrounds could be a little more detailed, but overall his like violence is nice and I enjoy it. And it's a visceral experience and it's manly and it's tough. And that's why I like Conan. It's like usually the first book I pull out and read. Free Ghost Rider comic. I didn't even know they were doing this, but I walked in the comic shop. They're like big old stack of Ghost Rider comics for free. That was pretty nice. It's a Clinton Crane cover, which is freaking awesome. I dig the cover. But I guess it's kind of like a prelude to the new ongoing series that's from Ed Breeson, I believe, with Danny Ketch. So maybe this is worth picking up if you see this for free. I wouldn't pay for it. It was fun. It was fun because it was free. Excalibur number 1. Not that you could tell. This is the variant cover. It's just a Mark Bagley, kind of like a collage. It's cool, I guess. I haven't read this yet. Looking forward to it. Even though I hate what they've done with Betsy Braddock, so I'm probably just going to complain about the majority of New Dawn of X-Men, even though I was initially pumped. I don't know. Marauders kind of put me off a little bit. It wasn't bad, but it was just like, I picked this up just because I thought the cover was cool. I have no idea who the White Fox is, but it's kind of like an homage to Wolverine number 1. Kind of neat. And it's painted and it's nice. I don't know what the interior art looks like, but I can't imagine this could be good. Finally picked up a facsimile of Hulk number 1. Pretty sweet. This is like one of those books I don't think I'm ever going to find. You know, there's a lot of big books I got to save money and finally track them down. But this, I doubt I'll ever actually have the original one for this, so this is a good one for me. This makes sense. Independence. The plot. Second print. Now, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that I watch. You know, that's how I get my information. And they showed a lot of excitement for the plot. Well, they also had issue number 2, but I'm just going to read this first because I don't want to jump the gun. All right? $3, that's a lot of ROMs. What? Wait. Picked up Vampire State Building number 2. First issue was great. I'm looking forward to reading this. Money Shot. Now let me tell you something. I've lived an interesting life. I've played in bands and music, and I've played in punk rock bands, goth bands, metal bands, death metal bands. But I've seen a lot of strange things in my time. I've been around. I don't know what happened to me, but I turned into a big prude because it's Money Shot. I heard someone talking about this and I saw it, and I was kind of attracted to the Fantastic Four riff cover. But when I started reading it, I was like, man, this is just filthy smut, shallow smut. You sound like a church lady or something, you know? I'm like, Look, I like raunchy stuff. I like violence. It's fine. I like all that kind of, I like smutty stuff when it's done intelligently or smutty or just for funsies. But this, I thought this was just dumb. Get off my lawn. Easy. Black Label. This is Joe Hill, man, author of Lock and Key. And this is Basket Full of Heads. I thought it was just an awesome cover. I thought it was really cool looking. This is the variant cover, but I was just really attracted to it. I thought it was great. So you got this young lady with a hatchet. Good start. From Black Label. This is called The Last God. I have no idea what this is about, but I just saw the cover and I saw the interior when I pulled it out and looked at it. My comic shop guy, he's like, I don't know what it's about, but it looks great. I am totally new to this. If there's some backstory to this or some information on the writer, I'd love to know about it because I don't like using the internet. I like hearing comments to correct me. I don't like searching for things. I'm very lazy. You know, I mean, a lot of times I just piss in a 2-liter instead of walking down the hall. That's just what I do. Oh, what's this called again? Joker, Killer Smile, Jeff Lemire. So that's gotta be good. Man, This is the cover of the week right here. Believe it or not, I picked up some manga. Berserk Deluxe Edition. Oh, man. I've only read the first volume, so I thought I'd check this out and get into it. Man, uber violent, just crazy and weird, just one of the best ever I've heard from my son anyway. It's regarded as one of the best, so this is a really nice volume. It was like almost has a leather bound feel to it, and I believe it has like the first like 8 volumes or something like that. Anyway, looking forward to this Berserk. Volume 1. ROM annual number 4. Working on a ROM run. I'm getting pretty good. I got a nice haul coming up for that. I'm getting close, but this is great. ROM versus the Shi'ar Empire and Gladiator, and it's pretty cool, man. You got Rogue Space Knight. I read this thing, and I think I was watching some Night Tiger live YouTube thing with the Silver Age bronze haired babe, and they were talking about how short these new comics are, and it's so true. It's been that way since Bendis. Like, you read a book in 2 minutes, you're done, you throw it away. You're like, wow, that was a quick $5. Well, this cost me about $1.50, and this took me about an hour and a half to read. ROM number 3. Man, this is really cool because it's in almost perfect shape. If it wasn't for this little crusty corner here, which I don't care about the shape. I'm just trying to get the whole run. So we got number 3, great Frank Miller cover. It's awesome. I was excited about this. We got Dave Stevens, Rocketeer number 2. This is so beautiful, and the interior art is amazing. You know, it's weird. Being a Rob Liefeld fan is almost like having a potato sack over your head for like 20 years. You know, it changes you. And then you see things like this. You know, and I remember the day I saw Rocketeer in theaters, and I was just like, wow. It's just fun. It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark with a jetpack. But nothing prepared me for Dave Stevens' art, man. It is so good. This is an awesome cover. Such a cool character. I would love to see him come back, but not really. I think you just buy what you can find from Dave Stevens and enjoy it. It'll live forever in these little single issues. You know, you pay, like, I paid $4, right? You pay $4 for this. I thought it was like a steal. Getting close to the end. Real quick, we got a Wizard magazine. I picked it up for $1, but this is freaking hilarious. Wizard magazine is an awesome time capsule, and if you pick one up for 50 cents or $1, I think it's worth doing, because there's an entire article in here about future of comic book movies. It's great. Talked about a spec movie, like if they made Plastic Man, who would be the perfect casting choice? And they chose Bruce Willis. That's freaking awesome. I would love to see that. Bruce Willis as Plastic Man 30 years ago. How awesome would that be? They were actually talking about Superman 5 going into production, and a 39-year-old Christopher Reeves was supposed to be working on it with them. Man, what could have been? That's so freaking sad. I loved Superman. I loved Christopher Reeves so much that one time for Halloween, I dressed up as Christopher Reeves. I had a wheelchair, Superman shirt. Sure, it was tasteless, and I wouldn't recommend it. And when I look back at it now, I giggle a little bit, but I'm not proud of it. Sure, it might have been the best costume I ever came up with, but inappropriate for sure. All right, now, you want to talk about a horror fest. You want to talk something scary, something inappropriate. Well, here we go. We got a CGC book in here, and it's been crushed, totally abused by the U.S. Postal Service. Like they went postal on this. They just did not care. It's like almost they knew me personally, and they have like personal vendetta against me. Screw you. That's supposed to be a box. There we go. Let's open it up and see if it's all broke to hell, and maybe you'll see me cry in person. Usually I only cry on the toilet when I'm all alone. Probably do it. See how busted up this is. How bad is it? It's a CGC mystery or nightmare. You know, what's cool is they used a lot of bubble wrap. So there you go. Maybe it's okay. Alright, here we go. Everything's cool. It's good bubble wrap. Smells a little bit like a crack house though. Here's what I picked up. What's cool is I had some eBay points, and I was able to pick up another copy of this, and I just thought it was I accidentally won it, is what happened. But I used some eBay points. It was super cheap. But here's what I got. Oh yeah. Not the biggest, most craziest grade, and not the most highly sought after book in the world, but if you ask me, it's a major villain in a major X-Men franchise. So you got X Factor number 6. I think it's cool. And there's spottiness. I have the worst luck with Newton rings. The Newton rings, it's not as bad as like the oily ones, so it's cool. It's still presentable. It presents well. It's 9.4. 1986, first full appearance of Apocalypse. My second copy, but this one's graded. My other one is not. I'm pretty happy to have this. Pretty sweet. And you got a warning about sexual abuse in the back. That's dark. That got dark pretty fast, but probably helpful tips. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here so you can pause it. There you go, just in case. So I'm doing like a community service right now. I think it's pretty cool to have this. X Factor number 6, 1986, first appearance Apocalypse. One day, I'm sure he'll be treated correctly. Hopefully. It might take 15, 20 years. That's all. Hope you guys had a fun, happy Halloween. And I hope you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving. I'm sure I'll see you before that. But just think about all the mashed potatoes. Oh, the glorious mashed potatoes. See you next time. Remember, spay and neuter your pets. And Magny was right. You don't see the light, do you?
No.
Am I in focus?
Now you're out of focus. Are you a witch?